maybe 3 or 4 days ago, Lincoln and I have been discussing what we're going to do at the end of our American trip, because we've only got a couple of months left and we're starting to run out of weekends in which to do things. While we were here, I really wanted to go to Ellen. As it turns out, Ellen breaks over summer, starting at the end of May. As it turns out, I might not get to go to Ellen. But there are other shows. There are TV shows that tape and also live shows like the Tonight shows and all that sort of thing. Anyway, I came across a website that does the ticketing for like Jimmy Kimmel and the Tonight Late Show with James Corden and all that sort of thing. And on there they had tickets for seat fillers for the MTV Movie Awards. So we applied for seat fillers for the show, and basically what that means is that when a celebrity is up doing an award, when they stand up, in case there's a shot of the audience, they don't want to have empty seats, so you actually go and get to sit amongst the celebrities. We missed out. But then, when I was checking my rejected thing, there was a new opportunity that came up for balcony seats. Anyway, we got priority for balcony seats, so tonight we are sitting in the audience of the MTV Movie Awards. So there's going to be some pretty big names there, like Ryan Reynolds and Leonardo DiCaprio, a bunch of people. Anyway, one of the things is that you can't actually take your phone into there at all. Like, they scan you in like a metal detector thing, and you can't take your phone in. Nothing. You can't take food, drink, phone, nothing. So we get there at 4, the entrance at 4:30, and we should be leaving around 10. So we're going to have to eat and drink a lot of water before we go in, etc. And it means we're not going to be able to film any of it for you. When we get back to the car, we'll be sure to let you know how it is. So we're at a hostel tonight. I'm in the bathroom from our room. We're in a 6-bed dorm, and I'm not particularly pleased with the customer service so far, should I just say. I've taken some photos of the room as well. Like, the hand soap situation is very poor. We're only here for one night, and we're not going to be here very long because we get back in probably about 10:30 tonight, and then we'll just leave again tomorrow morning to go back home. Oh yeah, it's in LA, by the way, Hollywood, which is near the Ellen. I think it's in Burbank, if that means anything to anyone. Anyway, that's all my news for now. I'm going to keep doing my makeup. Goodbye. Now my eyebrows are just elaborate. We're driving to the awards, so that's very exciting. As I mentioned earlier, cannot take the phone, so we will give feedback afterwards. But look how lovely Lincoln looks. Look how big my eyebrows are. Anyway, very exciting. Are you excited? You're not going to get excited until you see someone, though. Yeah. Right. Alright. Alright. Already videoing. Got to talk about this, guys. We have a situation. So, this is what happened tonight. We arrived here at Warner Brothers in LA after driving 5 hours from Marina. See, this is going to be great because they already know that something's up, because if I was so excited I wouldn't have started it like this.
That's right.
We drove 5 hours to be here. We went and checked in at our hostel, which is questionable but fine, and then we got here. We got here at 4.
Yeah.
We found a car park, went down to where like the check-in area is. At this point, we'd already not allowed to have our mobile phones or anything, so we had to leave them in the car. We snaked our way around a little thing, got metal detected, got our ID checked, got our tickets checked, all that sort of stuff. And then we were given a bottle of water and a poncho. And we were allowed to go to the toilet and buy stuff from a vending machine should we wish. And we were probably doing that for about an hour and a half. And then after an hour and a half, at this point we had to ditch all food and drink. And then they were taking groups of people up to another room. Like, this is exciting. And it was like a little theatre room sort of thing, like a lecture theatre. There's like a little stage with a curtain in the front with like tiered seating at the back where we sat for. So we probably were in there
between 6 and 6:30.
6:30ish. It's now
at the second place. It's 20 to 10.
20 to 10. And we've been advised that we're not going to get to watch anything. So we're back in the car, and tomorrow we drove back to Marina.
I've had better trips.
Pretty much every trip I've had has been better than this.
I've had trips, like literal trips where I've tripped over that have been better than this.
Someone died. No, they didn't die, but they felt like they were going to.
Some girl was...
Because she hadn't eaten or had a drink in 4 hours. But even if we did get to go, we wouldn't have been able to eat or drink anyway. So... This is an interesting turn of events, isn't it? Now we're famished because we haven't eaten since like 3:15 when we had to have our premature dinner. And
we're in that horrible stage of really tired but really restless because we haven't done anything.
All day. All we've done is sit in the car and then sit in a holding room and then sit in another holding room.
So we left the house at 8:30 in the morning. So we've... Like basically this has been going for over 12 hours and we didn't do anything. Like, that's how much of the day it's taken up. The whole weekend. I don't know what they're happy about. People got really narky. Because there was about 400 people.
400 people made the effort to be here, and 400 people are now going home.
There's just so little information. And the problem...
Oh, yeah, and it just...
Another problem was, they were like, okay, we're going to take in 75 people now. But okay, so the way that it worked...
Imagine if it had just... Like, people organised themselves, and the 75 people were allowed in. Those 75 people could be in there.
Yeah. Because what happened was you lined up at the very start, you got through the security, and then it was just free for all. From that point on, there was no reason for anyone to line up. People lined up here at midday, and there was no reason to line up, because once you were in that first stage, everyone was mixed together. All the different tickets, because we had a different ticket type from some other people, all the different tickets, all the different times that people got there, it was all in the same space. And so at one point they said, we're going to let 75 people in. The poor guy organising it, he was trying to find a way to do it that was fair. He was like, okay, let's get the 2 front rows. So then people were saying, yeah, but we got here at midday. Why are you letting them in when we got here first? And then he said, okay, well, these 4 people, I know they were in line first, so they can come first. And then some other people said, well, we were after them, so how come we don't go in? And it was just a mess, and he didn't end up taking anyone because he couldn't find a fair way to do it because it wasn't organised. Like, it's like the first time that it's the first time that they've run an event.
And there was nothing to do. They had a giant screen in there, like a movie theatre screen, with nothing on. The only bit of entertainment in there was some constant smooth jazz, which I thought I liked, but turns out I don't like it.
Yeah, they didn't care about us at all.
No. It seems very unprofessional. And I do feel really bad for the One Iota employees who were running it, because it wasn't their fault.
No, they were just... And
it's hard because I don't know whose fault it is.
No.
I think there's probably different aspects that could be done at each step. Like, the One Iota people could be responsible for, like, customer care, like, maybe giving us snacks, maybe providing us with, like, someone, like a comedian, like they do in Australia for staff. Like, to keep us updated on what's going on and, you know, get the audience, like, pepped and excited and that sort of thing. Maybe MTV could hire some fire marshals that don't change their mind every 5 seconds about whether or not they're going to let people in. Yeah. Maybe they need to organise whether or not, you know, how the seating works and how many people they can fit where and when.
Can we get food now? Or do you want to say more?
Oh, no, I would love to get food.
Okay.
Can we map what's nearby?
No, I don't. I've got maps up. I think this is done for now.
I'm not going to continue anymore on this video, but let me just say it was very disappointing. I will be writing a blog post probably above this video on SaraJourney.com. Please subscribe to my channel for more really fun holiday tips and ideas like this.
Bye.
Bye.